Good morning, and if you are here, please just let me know you're here by saying hi, and I appreciate you, whoever is on. I know that Diane and Lori and Rebecca are here, and if anyone else is on, welcome. I'm going to show you a card that is really fun, really interesting, let's put it that way. And it's hard for you to see because it is using the window sheets, but if you can see here, it is actually, the window sheet is the card base. So it's really kind of fun and interesting. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. I saw this on Brandy's cards, and she did a very nice video on it, and so I'm going to show you how she did it and how I did it. And it's really a fun card and something unique. Someone, if they got this, they would really think that was pretty cool. I think. So this is the card we're going to be doing, and it opens up, and there's something on this side and then the inside. So it's like a floating card, I call it. So first I'm going to show you, so this is the Delicate Dreams Designer Series paper, and it has been out of stock for quite a while, in fact 2 different times. So I'm just going to share it with you today. I just love this paper. So this has a very cool background. This background is crumb cake, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And then this is the other side of that paper, and it has the copper highlights, and there's, see the copper, you can see the copper in the leaves and the centers of these flowers. So it has the copper highlights, and then this is really pretty with clouds, and then you turn it over and it has this beautiful copper background. Oh, I just think this is absolutely beautiful. And then it has this, I'm doing this backwards, but that's okay. This is such a cool squares. And then this is the paper I'm going to be using today, and it's of course my favorite. And it highlights the Hydrangea Hue, which is one of the new in colors. And then this is absolutely beautiful, just the Hydrangea Hue in light and dark with white. And then it has a dark with the copper dark Secret Sea. And then this is really a pretty piece and makes a great background for a card. And then you turn it over, and it has more of these vines that are the copper, it's a specialty paper. And then here's the Mossy Meadow, and then you turn it over, and here's another one that has beautiful copper pieces through it, and beautiful, beautiful paper. So this is the paper, and it's called Delicate Dreams, and it is a specialty paper. And so if you like that, you'll need to get it. So I'm going to start today. I'll show you the measurements, although there's quite a few measurements, but I'll show you the measurements. And I'm actually putting a piece of blueberry bushel down so that you can see the window sheet. So this is the window sheet. I don't know if that's better or that's better. I don't know. Kind of thinking maybe it's better without it. Well, let's see. Let me, I don't know. Either way, I suppose. So we're going to start with a piece of window sheet that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I will show you how to score it. So this is going to be our card base, and then I'm building it from the bottom up. So inside the paper, we're having a piece of Hydrangea Hue that is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Hi, Beth. Hi, Yvonne. Thanks for joining. This is the card we're doing today, and it's it has the window sheet as the card base. So I hope you'll enjoy this. And this is Hydrangea Hue 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then the Delicate Dreams 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And this will go on, will be the inside of the card. And then the other piece that will go on the top of that is Hydrangea Hue and it's 3 3/8 by 2 3/8, and then a basic white that is actually 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and I forgot to write that down. And then I cut out a little flower to go on that piece, and then the inside left will be this piece in Hydrangea Hue, 3 1/2 by 2 1/2, and it will be. I have scored it. I have run it through the embossing machine using the Fern and Flora 3D embossing folder, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then that's the left side, and then the front will have the Hydrangea Hue 3 3/8 by 2 3/8, and then the Delicate Dreams 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Am I going too fast? Okay, thank you, Rebecca. And then the front piece will be this one, and I'm using one of the stamps from the Delicate Whispers, and I will show you. I'm going to show you how to use the shimmer pins for this one. So a couple of new things that'll be fun. Okay, so I will bring this out so that we can see good. So we're going to start first by scoring the window sheet. I cut it to 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. So I'm lining that up, putting that up there, and then I'm going to score it. I'm going to rub really hard. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do it on the other side as well. And I will, that way we've got it well scored. And when I fold it, it will fold easily on that score line. And then I'm going to burnish it really well. So I'm going to lay this down and make sure my corners are even. And then I'm going to burnish this really well. Really put your mind and heart into it. Okay. Now that's yeah. Sorry, Rebecca. I will have the measurements below after the I'm sorry. I'm still kind of a little bit you know with what I did. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Delicate Dreams on the Hydrangea Hue. This will be for, I'm going to build this from the bottom up. So I'm putting this on here. Okay, now how to affix this. Now there's more than one way you can do it. You can use liquid glue, but it will show on the back. You could, and you could put a piece of cardstock on the back to cover that up. But I think I'm going to use mini glue dots, and they'll just go in the corners, and they won't even notice it. Anybody that gets this card will not even notice it. They you know, we're aware of things like that, but they aren't. So I'm just going to add a mini glue dot to each corner, and that will hold it down. Mini glue dots are my favorite friend because they're so good for just so many things, and they're very, very sticky. So I've got 4 mini glue dots, 1 in each corner, and that's going to go in here. And I'm going to push that down a little bit so that I can make sure I get it even. So that goes there. Now those will stay, it won't be a problem. So then the next thing I'm going to put on is the inside. And I'm going to, that's the front, so this is the inside. And I've already stamped the Thank You Kindly. This is the Delicate Whispers stamp set, which is beautiful. And it's Thank You Kindly, hello friend, wishing you happiness and love. Hope you feel your best soon. And then it's got these sprays and the little flower. These can be cut out with the dies. So that's really easy. So now I'm going to attach the white to the Hydrangea Hue, and that will be in the center in the back. So we're going to attach that right here. And then we're going to attach that right into the center. And I don't need mini glue dots for that because it won't be seen. So we're going to put that right here. Just line it up evenly. And then we're going to put this little flower, and I cut that out of the paper, and I'm just going to add a little bit of seal to that, which I think really sets that off. It's really pretty. Well, then the next thing we're going to do is put on the Hydrangea Hue that I have embossed, and I've used the Fern Flora 3D embossing folder, and this is how it came out. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. So this is going to go on this side. So I'm going to again use the mini glue dots and attach that, and it will be covered up by the front piece, so there's not a problem of seeing it on the inside of the card. So I'm just going to eyeball this, and that will go there. I think that's a pretty one that you can open it up and there it is. Now this, because I've had it open a while, it's kind of opening, so I'm going to again burnish that and it'll flatten out. Okay, see, that's the back of it, and you just see those little tiny, nobody's going to say anything about that. So now we're going to do the front. We're ready to do the front. Now the only bad thing about, I shouldn't say it's a bad thing, but the only thing with the window sheets is it does attract fingerprints, and if you have any of the little alcohol markers, alcohol things, you could actually, but I've got something on here, so I'm going to use my my baby wipe and wipe that off. I'll take some an alcohol wipe if I can find them, and I'll take that off with alcohol wipe. Okay, so now the front. So we have these three pieces that are going to go together. The basic white is 3 1/8 by 2 1/8, and the Delicate Dreams is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and the Hydrangea Hue is 3 3/8 by 2 3/8. So since I'm going to do the front, and I wanted to show you how to use the shimmer pins, I'll just do that right here. And I'm going to put this down so you can see it maybe a little bit better. So I'm using the Barely Blush and the Peaceful Pine. So this will be for the leaves and this will be for the flowers. Now, when you get your brush, and I haven't opened this one yet, when you get your brush, you need to open it up and take this little ring off. This is the thing that keeps it from leaking in shipping. So then you just take that off. You don't need it again unless you're going to go somewhere and don't want it. You could keep it for that, just in case. And so then you need to prime it. And priming it means there's two little push buttons right here. So can you see that? It says push. Push. And so what you need, I just kind of shake it and then I push it. So I'm going to push it until the ink starts to come into the nib. Yes, the window sheets are. They're 12 by 12 actually. So you can see it's coming through. You can see it, and I spilled some on there. So maybe you can see the shimmer in it. I don't know, you might not be able to, but it does. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of ink up my nib. Now, the one thing you want to do is just very lightly touch your flower. So I'm just going to very lightly touch it and just fill in those little flower spots. And once it dries, it shimmers. I mean, it is a shimmer, but it definitely shimmers. And you just very lightly touch. And you don't want to get it going too hard and fast because it will be too dark and won't look real good. But just very lightly touch them. And it really does shimmer once it's done. Did I get all the flowers? Nope, I didn't get these. So just barely touch those. And because of the nib, it really does you can just do it really lightly. So now the green one, I already have this primed. As you can see, it's real primed. And then you're just, again, just gonna barely, it fills it in very, very easily. And I'm just trying to keep within the lines. Like when I was in first grade, I gotta stay within the lines. But it really does shimmer once it dries. It's just really pretty. And I'll show you again my original so maybe you can see how it, and just very gently, barely touching it. If you have a wide open space, it's probably a little easier. This is probably not the best example with such tiny little spots, but you know, once it dries, you won't even notice that I went out of the lines a little bit. But I wanted to share these pins with you because they're available now, and so far have not gone on back order, which I'm thrilled about. They knew they would be very popular, so I'm sure they ordered lots. And almost done. And it doesn't take very long to dry. They dry pretty fast. So while I'm letting that dry, I will show you the original again, and so that you can see the, maybe we can get it so you can see the shimmer. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the backing up. Oh, I stuck my thing on that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that shimmer in there. I don't know, don't think you can. Can you? Can you see the shimmer? Especially the leaves, they're a little bit wider open. I don't know. It's kind of hard, but once you get it done, once you do it, you'll see it. So I'm gonna make sure that's dry, and it is already dry. So we're going to add this to the Delicate Dreams, the crumb cake piece. And then this will be added to the Hydrangea Hue. Of all the in colors, this is my favorite, of course. But I think second would be the Golden Glow. I've really enjoyed using the Golden Glow paper. It's really pretty. It didn't sound very pretty at first, but it is beautiful. So there's the front piece. And I'm going to, again, I'm going to use the, I'm going to just use this because it's easy, although it's going to be hid with the backing up inside, so it's not a big deal. Okay, now we'll find our paper, and this is going to go on, and it's going to be centered in that blue piece again. There, it's done. And I'll take some alcohol wipes and get that off. But there's the card. Very, very quick and easy. And really a fun card. I mean, can you imagine getting this and thinking, wow, they were pretty clever. I like that. I think that's really cute. Now I'm going to show you. I only had time yesterday to make 2 other ones, but I will show you those. This is called this is the Lovely Blossoms. And this piece is one of the papers on the Lovely Blossoms paper that you can just cut out. And I wrote Happy Anniversary in Secret C on the old olive. And then you open up. On this side, I put, may your day be filled with love and happiness. And anniversaries are for celebrating the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. So I thought that was really a beautiful anniversary card and so unique. So that's one I did. And then the other one, I used the Cute as a Bug. I think that's so cute. The Loved You Lots. And on this one, there is a folder that has the little bugs. So I embossed that. That's Poppy Parade. And then here's the little guy that's reading a book. So I have a granddaughter who is having a birthday on the 31st of this month. And I think she's a bookworm. So I think this would be perfect for her. I am going to give it to her for her birthday. We will give it to her for her birthday. So those are the cards that I made. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll try it. The window sheets are available from Stampin' Up, or if you have any other acetate, they would work too. Any kind of acetate would work. It needs to be fairly stiff. The anniversary card is from Phrases and Labels, and I love that stamp set. I literally, hang on, I'll get it and show it to you. It's called Phrases and Labels, and it has thinking of you, happiest birthday wishes, and all of these really cool stamps. So this is the phrases, and this one would be a good solid one to have in your collection because it has so many. Happiest birthday wishes, have a fabulous day. I didn't forget your birthday, I just wanted it to last longer. Sending you hugs, happy anniversary. I love this font. May your day be filled with love and happiness. And then anniversary, sending prayers and heartfelt sympathy to you and your family. That is beautiful with the thinking of you. So this is a very, very good stamp set to have in your collection. And it comes with some dies too, but I've forgotten now what they are and I don't have them handy. Well, maybe I do have them handy. Let me get them. Thank goodness I have phrases and frames. Here they are. Yeah. I haven't even used, yes, I have used these. These are the dies. And they're really actually beautiful. I love this one that has the oval with it, and it has the oval scallop. And I'll show you the actual dies. Here they are. So phrases and frames. So there's a big one, there's a medium-sized one, and then that little small one, which is absolutely gorgeous. So those are, that bundle is a great bundle to have. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll try it. And if you do, please send me a thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate it. These were fun to make. I would have liked to have done more, but yesterday was just one of those days. I had 10,000 things to do, and I did get them done, but I'm still working on it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you all have a great day. And if you're on here and you didn't let me know, didn't say hi, please leave a message, and I will send this card to someone who shares this video. So I appreciate you sharing it. It does let other people know that I'm online and doing this every Wednesday at 11. So have a wonderful day, and I hope it's a beautiful day for everyone. Thank you.